guys, so it's Danny. Welcome back. I'm back making videos after disappearing for like 2 months because I can't stick to anything and life has just been super hectic. I've been working 2 jobs, trying to keep up with the gym, trying to keep a social life. All of that combined, from going to doing nothing to doing all of that, really just hit and I wasn't able to do it. And my house is never quiet, as you can see. Anyways, I went to Imats and I thought I'd share my experience and give you guys a little haul because it was my first time going and I remember getting into makeup. I've always watched Imats hauls and I always wanted to know what it was. People seem to get really good deals and there's been so-called like a lot of awesome displays and examples, so I wanted to go check that out. This is going to be a haul slash my experience on how I felt about it, what I bought, and a little review, I guess. The lines actually weren't too crazy. Like, I thought they were going to be way worse than they were from what everyone said. So the first place I went to was Kat Von D. They were actually giving out these free bags as soon as you walked in because I guess Kat Von D was one of the main sponsors of Imats this year. So these little bags are pretty cool. They're like good for the beach and stuff. So what I got from Kat Von D was the Lock-It foundation. And I just got this in my shade. I got this for myself because I heard awesome things about it. It's full coverage and I just wanted to see how it worked. This foundation, I don't know the normal price off the top of my head, but at Imats it was really affordable. It was $25 and usually it's way more than that. I don't know what the heck I just did, but I just got that in my shade. I hope I didn't just break it. I don't think I did. I think that, oh okay, I guess that's like extra thingy. So I got that. Also from Kat Von D, I bought the new 24-hour Super Brow Longwear Pomade, and I actually got this in whiteout, believe it or not, because since I'm going to be starting Mud next month, shout out, by the way, I'm wearing their shirt, repping them hard today, because I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to Imats, I want them to know, and I thought maybe I'd get away with like getting the pro card thing without really applying if I like had my shirt on, but that's not how it worked, but it's okay. It still honestly, you know, made a lot more people talk to me and notice me because they recognized that I was wearing the shirt, and you know, I just felt good repping it. So I actually got the new Kat Von D brow pomade in whiteout, and the reason I got it in whiteout was because I feel like for special effects looks, a lot of the times you will white out your brows. You know, you'll put foundation over them, you can redraw your brows, you can just white them out completely, you can do a lot, so I figured like this was going to come in a lot of hand. I actually wanted to get the normal color in this, just for my brows, but they were sold out in my shade of brow. They only had light brown, and I was super duper upset. This is super duper creamy, like, okay, I know it's not like concealer or anything, but like it's super creamy. And I love that because I love dip brow. I use it every single day on my eyebrows, but I feel like it is dry. And the only reason why mine is still lasting is because right before I fill in my brows, do my makeup, I always make sure I go hard on moisturizer. Then, as Kat Von D, they gave me this just for like a little free gift, I guess, with every purchase. I got a mini tattoo liner, and I thought this was pretty cool because it's just a little sample size, so it's fun, and I'm going to test it out. I've heard a lot about this. The only reason I never purchased this is because I like actual liquid liner better than the pens. I feel like these actually give me less control and don't really help me get that exact wing that I want. they're just not really my thing, but I definitely will be trying this out soon because it's Kat Von D eyeliner. Like, come on. Everyone knows that it's great. Here we go. So when I was online for Kat Von D, the line was a little long. It was maybe about like a 40-minute wait, which I honestly didn't mind because 1, the deals, 2, the new brow pomade, and 3, like, I already knew what I was expecting. Imats, you have to stand in line for the deals. You have to stand in line to buy the makeup. You're there, but it is like a 7-hour show, more or less, depending on the day you go, but you're going to be standing on lines. So, while I was standing on line, they were actually nice enough to give me a little mini liquid lipstick, and they gave me the shade Santa. So just a little like regular red liquid lipstick. This could come in hand. All her liquid lipsticks are great. I don't wear them that often just because I'm not really a liquid lipstick person. I usually go hard on the eyeshadow, chapstick, just because I talk too much. I'm a blabbermouth and lipstick end up there. Then I was randomly walking around, and there's a lot of like brands that I've never really heard of before that are more not as known, I guess you can kind of say. And there I saw this Beauty So Clean Cosmetics Sanitizer Mist. So I picked this up because as some of you may know, I actually want to become a makeup artist, not just for myself, but for others. So freelance, and I'm starting next month, as I keep saying, and I feel like this was going to come in so much hand because there's going to be times where you want to make sure that your brushes are able to be used on someone else, but you're not going to have time to sit there and scrub them with soap and water and let them dry. So I picked this up. This was the full size, and this was $20, which I feel like is really convenient. I feel like it's a good price because it's not like you're dousing your brushes in this. Like brush shampoo, if it was this size for $20, I'd be a little like, no, I'll just use baby soap. But when you think about it, you only probably use, you know, a spray, 2 sprays, 3 sprays at most. So I felt like this is gonna last a while. $20 for this is definitely a good deal. I don't even remember where I went in order. Okay. I believe next I went to Lady Moss, and this was just like a little stand on the side. They were having a deal where it was 4 pairs of lashes for $22, which is awesome because these are Cocoa lashes, and I think 1 pair of Cocoa lashes is like $10 each. So basically you saved like $20. So I got lashes in Monroe. I got lashes in Area, in Venus, and in L. And what I like about these lashes is the band isn't super thick. They look super lightweight, and they're all super like feathery, so they don't give you that like cheap eyelash look, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I hate that. These are nice and full, but they still don't look like cheap. Then me and my friend Gabby, we headed over to Sugar Pill, and the deals on Sugar Pill were okay, but they weren't amazing. That's another thing I learned about Imats. If you don't have a pro card, the deals aren't going to be extravagant. They're not going to be amazing. Yeah, you're going to get a deal, but there's very few things that are like crazy good deals. There's only, I would say each company has 1 or 2, at least most 5 things that are crazy good deals. So each single company will have like 5 crazy deals each. Sugar Pill had one of those crazy deals where they had the Electro Cute Sparkling Neon Pigments for $4 each. Usually I believe they're 13, either 13 or 15. I think 13. So unfortunately there was only 3 shades of this pigment. They only had 2 left when I went, but both shades were beautiful, and one of the shades actually reminded me of what I have on my eyes right now, so I was like, you know what, I can use this. I'm going to swatch this for you guys really fast. So I picked up this sparkly green one in the color Sparkage. It says sparkling neon pigment. It's not really picking up now just because there's some extra like gross dirty makeup on my wrist, but it's super sparkly and in person it's super duper bright. Like when me and my friend swatched this, instantly before we even seen the price, we were like, ooh, I want that. The green really sparkles and you get all that shimmer that you want. This wasn't exactly in order, but it was in the same bag. That's another thing about Imats. I keep saying another thing, but that's another thing. Certain places in Imats do not give you shopping bags, so you're going to want to make sure that the second you go in, you grab like any of the free little tote bags. Like this was free as soon as you went in. Even if you didn't buy anything, you just got it. No one gave me mine. I literally just found one on a table and I was like, can I take this? Because I thought it was a girl working there and she shrugged her shoulders at me. So I was like, alright, no one's claiming it. It's mine. Nothing's in it. So I know I'm not stealing from anyone or anything. It's mine now. So that was that. I found this little strange company that I've never seen before called Velvet 59 by Paris Mang. And they had a bunch of cool stuff. All of their stuff was vegan, cruelty-free. So before I even knew what this was, I just went over and smelled it and I was like, oh my god. So I was literally just standing there contemplating for a really long time of whether or not I should get this. And I was talking to the guy and I was like, I really am interested, but I don't know because I have really sensitive skin and chocolate skin, they don't really go hand in hand. Every time I eat too much chocolate, I break out. So I just put those two and two together and I didn't think it would be a good idea, and I told him that and he was like, I have very sensitive skin myself and my wife is actually the creator of the oil. She made that and I'm her guinea pig. So, you know, I laughed and I was like, okay, and he was like, yeah, it doesn't break me out, doesn't cause me redness, irritation, anything like that. So I kind of trusted his word, whether maybe he was just letting me buy it because that's what everyone does at those kind of things. But it smells amazing. It supposedly has 24 karat gold in it, and I'm gonna try it out. This is what it looks like. It has a little dropper. You can actually see the little like gold flakes in there. But it was on sale. Usually they said it was like $49, and I think I got it for $29, which this is kind of pricey, but with face oils, I feel like if you genuinely want it to work, don't want it to break you out, you do have to pay the price. Then I went to Anastasia and I picked up quite a few things. So when me and my friend Gabby, we went into the bathroom, I had to go to the bathroom and she had to charge her phone. She actually started talking to one of the Anastasia makeup artists. She didn't know that she was a makeup artist there, but she complimented her, told her she was really pretty. So the girl was like, come stop by and I'll hook you guys up later. So we went back later, literally like 5 seconds after, because we were like, what's she gonna give us? And she gave us this cute little purse thing. It says Anastasia Beverly Hills on the zipper, and I don't know, I guess you can carry like, you can use this as like a little makeup bag, as a little wallet. I'll probably use it as like a wallet because I'm so bad with actual wallets. I like to carry just small little things like this. Then she gave us this bougie little keychain, which is literally so adorable. It's just a little black pom-pom, and the little clip on it has like the Anastasia A on it, and it's just so furry and soft, and I want to squeeze it. But that's what I got for free, what I bought. So at Anastasia, they had the lip palette, and I was thinking about getting this for such a long time because honestly it is a really good deal, especially if you do freelance or if you work on other people. The reason being 18 colors, do math. You get 18 colors, you get 6 primary colors, so your basic colors, and then 12, I guess, normal lipstick colors. You get a little brush with it, and then on top of it you get a little like mixing plate, which honestly this is an amazing deal even without the Imats discount. With the Imats discount, I believe this was $39 or $36, which even if you're still buying it without the discount, you get a really good deal because you are getting a lot. You can use this. It's very easy. Then at Anastasia, I got the new powder bronzer. I was looking through Instagram and everyone who went to Imats got this, and come on, like, Anastasia just dropped it. It's because I was thinking about it, and then when I was in line, because how it works is sometimes while you're in line, you're shopping while also in line, if that makes any sense. Like, the line will be wrapped around the booth, but each part of the booth will have products just to help it go by faster, and because they only let so many people shop at a time, I guess to prevent stealing and all the mishaps of happening. So the lady actually came over to me and was like, do you want to try it on? So I was like, sure. So she put it on my cheeks and she went over my bronzer I already had. So I'm really hoping that I genuinely like this and I don't like it just mixed with what I had on. It's okay if I like it mixed with what I had on, but I loved it. It was so pigmented. It felt really nice on my skin, and it didn't give me like that orangey color. By the way, this is the color, this is the shade Rosewood. Oh, I got from Anastasia. They actually had really good deals on liquid lipstick. I went over to the little Dermaflage booth, and the reason I did this was because a girl that I know that goes to Mud actually recommended this to me. She said that it was an amazing concealer. It was perfect for people with really harsh or fine lines, wrinkles, like really dark circles that just, you know, some people have those dark circles that no matter what you do, you won't be able to cover up. She said this was amazing for that. So I got the behind the scenes concealer and I got the light/medium palette just because personally I feel like I could do more with it just because I can use it on myself, and I feel like it's easier to darken shades than lighten shades. So, you know, if I needed to use this on a darker skin tone, I would make it darker with like some NYX drops or something like that. So picked this up. I went to Too Faced and I actually picked up a bunch of things because Too Faced was, all of the Too Faced they were selling was 40% off. So I got the Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. It's silicone free, which I love because typically, personally, on my own skin, I don't use primer because I feel like a lot of the primers I use either break me out, make my skin look weird, just give me harsh fine lines. And I was reading something that certain primers actually cause your skin and pores to be enlarged. A lot of people talk about this, and I've never tried it just because, you know, I didn't want to go out and spend like $30 on a primer because, one, I don't use primer like that, and two, I felt like it wasn't necessary. Since it was on Imats, I was like, why the heck not? And I picked this up. Speaking of Hangover, because this is called Hangover, I also picked up the Primer Set Refresh Spray. I picked this up because the size of this is amazing. Like, this is, I would say this is bigger than the Urban Decay setting spray, or at least it looks like that. Could be just, no, it's bigger. It's silicone free, alcohol free, oil free, which all three things that I don't want on my skin. Coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and then of course I picked up a Better Than Sex mascara. This was like on sale for like $13.50 and usually it's $22, I believe. Last but not least, I picked up a Born This Way concealer, and I have the foundation and I actually have it in my kit to use on other people. Don't use it for myself, but I wanted to pick it up the concealer for myself just because I wanted a high-end concealer. And the Born This Way foundation works very nice. It's nice and silky. It sits on the skin and absorbs in really nice. So I figured that this would be pretty good. I stopped at Alcone, and at Alcone I actually picked up the new Ben 9 Ultimate FX palette. This was really, really freaking pricey, but honestly, it was worth the price. It comes with 18 exceptional colors. It says, expertly create black eyes, bruises, abrasions, and exceptional character effects with Ben 9's Ultimate FX palette. It was $80, which sucks, but since it was such a annoying price, they threw in this HD matte foundation in fair and medium. And I wish I would have told them to give me the darker one because I got the Dermaflage in the light, but it's okay because I can always go back, well, not to Imats until next year. I can always pick up the darker one or, like I said before, mix it in, but they did give me this, which is awesome because this is such a good foundation but this I'll definitely be needing for school. We're on the topic of special effects and school kits. I actually picked up another kit, and this is the Encore Alcohol Activated Palette by Bruce Spalding Fuller. It's actually signed. Pretty cool. I don't know what that is. But he's still cool because he made this palette. And this is another little, like, alcohol activated cream palette. So this is alcohol based, and once you spray on some alcohol, it looks like there's no product in here, but a little bit of product goes a long way. So I picked this one up because I didn't want to get anything too similar to the Ben 9 one. On top of that, I bought the alcohol palette activator. This was like $8. I think he said normally it's like 20, maybe it's 12 or 20, but this was $8, so of course I had to get it. I went to Jordanian Cosmetics, and I was speaking to the girls selling this product, and I think she told me they were from Canada. They were like a Canadian makeup, which I thought that was pretty cool. They came all the way to Imats. She was super, super cool, and she had a tattoo very similar to two of mine, so we bonded. I got some drying dark blood. She said this was really good because even when it dries, it looks wet, which I seen it on her arm and it was truthful. She said it was really good under certain lighting. And I got 2 special effects fresh scab blood, and these were also on sale. It was 2 for $12, and one is usually like $16 each. But cuts, stab wounds, bullet holes, all the fun and gory stuff. Then she recommended me this product called Sculpt It Prosthetic Compound, Part A and Part B. She told me that this was way better than liquid latex because pretty much you don't have to sit there and keep on layering it, you don't have to mess with it too much, and you don't have to set it with anything, like, you know. So I thought that was awesome. I definitely wanted to try it out, and she was explaining to me that this kind of product looks way better on camera because now cameras have been so far updated that liquid latex it looks really cheesy. She recommended me get some skin adhesive remover because if you're working on set, you do need to take off the makeup for your client or actor, actress, whoever you're working on. You can't just be like, alright, go home, wash it off. Then she told me to get some gelatin, which gelatin is really good for burns. This was actually, I got this for $5 when I should have got this for like 12 or 18. What happened was the little mini size one was $5, and I wanted to start off with the mini one just because I'm not familiar with the product and I wanted to try it out. But it was actually the last one and it was open, so her boss, like the owner, was like, guess what? You get this for the same price. So I was like, awesome. I got the full size, $5. See, that's another thing with Imats. It's always a hit and miss. Like, people are kind of allowed to make up, I don't want to say they're allowed to make up prices, but they're allowed to negotiate and allowed to, like, get away with things like that. I got this little mixer thing. It was $2. She told me that I was going to need this for alcohols and blood and all the fun stuff. She said that when she went to school that her teachers were telling her to get them in like the dollar store, and in the dollar store they wouldn't have anything like this actual material. It was $2. I was like, give it me. I went to NYX, and in NYX I picked up quite a few things. So in NYX, I picked up the Pore Filler Primer, and I got this because someone who went to Makeup Designery actually recommended that I get this because she told me that it was really good for models with acne because it really just smoothed out the skin and made it even, because if you don't have smooth skin and you pound on the makeup, it's gonna look bad no matter what you do. And that's not a bash for people with bad skin, it's just your makeup, your skincare does have a major effect on how your makeup looks. Two of the NYX Total Control Total Drop Foundation, and it's so funny because I actually made my first YouTube video on this exact one. I never posted it, but that's what I made my first YouTube video on. And honestly, I love this little thing because there will be times where I love a foundation, but it'll be like a shade or two too dark. And personally, I like my foundation pale. I like it to match my neck completely. And especially because I go ham on bronzer, blush, and highlight, so I really like my base, the foundation, to be pale. I got it in the lightest shade, and then I got it in the darkest shade, just in case, like I said before, I needed to make like a concealer or a foundation darker for someone with darker skin. I can go ahead and do that. And I got this colored felt tip liner, and I got it in green. It's been such a trend lately with like the whole glitter liner and the colored liner thing going on, so I figured I'd give this a try because why the heck not? It was kind of just like a weird impulse buy. I got the Pro Foundation Mixer in olive, and this was also kind of a weird impulse buy, but you can never have enough foundations and mixers in your kit to use on other people because people have many different skin tones. So then I got NYX eyeshadow base, and I got it in White Pearl. I don't know if they changed the name or if it's another one, because I feel like they used to have a NYX eyeshadow base in the color Milk, and I remember when, you know, makeup tutorials were just first popping, everyone always used this, and I totally forgot this existed, but then I remembered, and I'm like, this is amazing for when you really want your eyeshadow to pop, so why not? Then I picked up two NYX Prismatic shadows. I think they were like $2.50 each, and I got the color Frostbite and Smoke and Mirrors. Frostbite is just a nice, like, sparkly white shade, which I can't ever have enough of because since I'm pale, those colors work good as a highlight for me, and I just really like to have a bright, sparkly inner corner eyeshadow. I can't find it because I'm a mess, but my last complete final purchase was at Violet Bus, and I remember what it is. I'm just trying to find it. Here it is. So, at Violet Bus, I had no idea. I was just kind of glimpsing at the palette. A random girl just kind of gave me the girl, and I was like, girl. And we had like a moment, which is nice. That's this whole video. Take a shot every time I say another thing at Imats, because another thing at Imats, you'll just bond with random people. Like, you'll be standing in line and some people will come, like, compliment you, or you'll compliment them, or you'll both be looking at something and you'll just bond. Like, going back to Anastasia, I actually bonded with a girl over the lip kit because I was talking to her about it. I convinced her to buy it even though I wasn't sure that I wanted it, and she was like, girl, it's a good deal, I'm buying it. So then since she said she was buying it, I was like, me too. It's weird, but it's a thing. It's the kind of if you do it, I do it kind of thing, even though they're strangers, which is really nice. So the girl at Violet Bus, she saw me looking at the shadow palettes and she was like, girl, the highlight trio, $10. And I was like, what? So me personally, I freaking love highlight. I like extra highlight. I want to be shining. I want to be a glazed donut. I went over there and I saw the highlight. I'm gonna swatch them. They're really pretty, and let me see. This is them. They're really pretty. People that don't like dramatic makeup, you can use a little of this on them and it won't give them that like in your face. I love the in your face, but not everyone does, so I feel like this would be perfect. It was $10, and even if not, you can use them as eyeshadow. Lady at the Violet Voss counter, she was like, since it's end of the show, you can like have this. So I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, it's gonna make your highlight pop. So I was like, okay, hell yeah. And she gave me the Violet Voss I'm So Extra glowing setting spray. So she just gave this to me for free. I'm not sure how much it is, but I thought it's awesome. I love the packaging on this. I think it's so cute. I don't really like the spray applicator on this, but whatever. It was free. I'm not complaining. That was it. It doesn't seem like that much compared to what other people buy at IMAX, but you know,